We are on our way to Cave Lake, a beautiful lake up in the mountains near Ely, Nevada. And there's some good mountain bike trails up there. I had these dogs with me the last time I went. They were 6 months old, so it's been a while since I've been up there. We've got Bucky and Sixie. Just about to eat a couple of Snicker bars and an apple. Everything has made it through the ride really nicely. The new bike from Bike Tricks won't be ready this week. I called them up, or I didn't call them, I texted them to see where they are on it, because I know you have to sign for it when they deliver it. So I certainly want to be there if it's en route or going to be shipped. This trip is going to be about 3 days. Today's Tuesday, and we won't be heading back until probably Friday morning. I do have a car rental on Friday evening. They pick it up at the house. I think they pick it up at about 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock or something like that. And I did snooze my cars through Thursday night. And then I did put a 2-day, you can't rent them for 2 days. You can't, you know what I'm saying? If you go to book it, you can't take it for 2 days. Now I'll change that as I'm on my way back to Las Vegas. I'll change it back to 2 hours and shit. As I get closer to Vegas, I'll make it 6 hours, and then, when I get about right here, I'm about 2 hour and a half from Vegas. So, if you have a delivery though, you got to take that into account. But anyways, you can see the Jeep is tight as tick. We got the new Nitto Ridge grapplers on there. It seems to be handling just fine. Boy, they do look good. The tires do look good. They're badass. That's a badass Jeep. It seems like it's doing real well. I was gonna take a couple of. This Jeep is getting old now. So, I was going to take some radiator hoses with me in case there's issues. I mean, the hoses are 8 years old now, so it's stuff that you have to be thinking about. You should almost replace them, or at least have an upper and lower radiator hose with you. There's also a fan belt, if you will. It's actually an electric fan in this vehicle. But there is a belt that wraps around a couple of idle pulleys. They're called idler pulleys. It just redirects the belt, and it goes around the alternator and different shit like that. So that's a pretty difficult thing. You have to. I looked at it. It can be done and everything, but you got to make sure that you have the tools to do something like that, or maybe replace it at home. You really unless if it shows signs of wear, replace it. But otherwise, carrying a spare would be your best bet. And then also take a look at exactly what you need to replace it. It's a bit of a trick. Let me tell you that. I mean, you're gonna have to remove the air duct. You're gonna have to remove the electric fan. You're gonna have to remove the alternator. There's a couple of idler pulleys that have a bridge over them. They have to be taken off. And then, of course, I believe when you put everything back together, I'm not really certain, but I'm sure that you need some type of pull bar to pull the alternator tight, because that's what ultimately tightens up the belt. Anyways, just wanted to give you an update. We're on our way to Cave Lake. We've got, let's see here, Ely's 134 miles, and it's about 20 miles from Ely. We're also going to be checking out the Tesla superchargers in Ely. Doesn't really come into play because I can't make it from my house to Ely. And these two chargers that you have, there's a charger here in Alamo here that it pretty much sucks. I don't even know if it'll charge my Tesla, to be honest with you. But anyways, we're going to head on out of here. I'm going to shut you down. We'll pull you up when things get more interesting. You know, once we pull into Cave Lake area, I'll show you the spot. I promised the dogs that I will take them for a walk once a day. So at some point, I will break out the leashes and walk both of them. A pretty good walk. They love going for a walk. But in any case, I'm going to let you go for now. I got my jacket on. Oh, you know, remember I was telling you I got tendinitis. Probably a combination of tendinitis and arthritis from this vent blowing on me. But the tendinitis is caused when you drive this Jeep with 37-inch tires. Every twitch, you are like, it's very tense. It's very, it's a workout for your arms. Because, I mean, it rides really good and everything, but you have to add a